Manchester United could complete the signing of Rasmus Højlund today. We're delving into that story with our partners, One Football, and looking at a potential £50 million done deal for Arsenal Football Club as they look to continue their brilliant summer in this window. And Chelsea, their potential new star in Moises Caicedo is going to push for the asking price to be lowered £100 million. Tony Bloom does not want to budge, but the player is becoming frustrated. Chelsea are frustrated. They want this deal to complete. We're also taking a look at the attacking options for Chelsea as they pull away from Cherki, a player they've been heavily linked with all summer. Hit the like button, though. Once we go through these stories, leave us your comments, your views, and your opinions below. It's the Done Deal Show. Let's do it. Manchester United's new bid for Rasmus Højlund go in. The player, according to Fabrizio Romano, as we all know, is obsessed with the idea of becoming a Manchester United player, the new number 9 at the football club. Now, you will know that I believe in the talents of this young man. I think he's an impeccable football player. Been through that many, many times before. According to one of the leading journalists on this, you can read this story on the One Football app now. Make sure you download it for free. Get that done. He states that Manchester United could sign Rasmus Højlund today. Okay, another saga looks like it's coming to a close, according to a noted journalist, Alfredo. Manchester United are close to agreeing a deal with Atalanta over a move for the striker Rasmus Højlund. It's even claimed the Denmark international is in England right now, and a deal could be signed immediately. And I wouldn't be surprised to hear that, because we know that we've been very close to this deal for a number of days. There's been a lot of reports of very close and imminent. The player has agreed his personal terms with the football club. It would literally be a case of completing a medical, signing the paperwork, and then meeting up with the squad on the preseason tour. He wouldn't fly to America because United have got one game left, and they're coming back to Europe. So he would wait here for those players to return. But it is coming to a head now. This deal is important for Man United. We've seen some good moments in pre-season, but we've definitely seen the need and the necessity for a leading number 9 who can hold the ball up, who can bring the inside forwards and the wide players into play. We need that focal point, and I really think that will help bring Ten Hag's style of football together. So we'll keep our eyes out for more updates on this, but Alfredo has been one of the leading journalists on this the whole time. Could be today that the here we go happens, that the deal completes. You may not see an official announcement from Manchester United, but that is on the cards for today. Make sure like buttons are being hit. I want to talk a little bit about, we'll come to Arsenal in a bit, so stay with us for the Arsenal news a little bit later in the video. I want to move on to Chelsea because I feel very kind of bipolar with Chelsea this summer. There's been elements of their summer that have been impeccable. The way they got rid of so many players, deadwood, individuals that didn't want to be at their club anymore, people that they deemed surplus to requirements, some troublemakers, whatever it may be. Right? They got rid of so many of them. And I still think there's a few more exits to come. Impeccable work by Chelsea, because nobody thought it was possible for them to do it the way they did. And they have had new incomings. Gatto has arrived as an example, and Kunku's arrived, but they were done in January or earlier on in the season. Last season, sorry. Jackson's come in and looked very, very good and very, very promising. But there are still big holes in this Chelsea team. Now, it's not as though Chelsea are not working hard to fix these issues. That has to be said. You've now got to a point now, and this article here on One Football is so intriguing. It says here that the Brighton midfielder Caicedo, it says, according to reports, Chelsea target Moises Caicedo will ask Brighton and Hove Albion to lower their 100 million asking price to boost his chances of leaving. The Ecuadorian international was one of the Premier League's major breakthrough stars during the 22-23 campaign, as he helped Brighton finish 6th and qualify for the Europa League. It looked like he was going to leave Brighton during the January window, earlier in the year, as Arsenal earmarked him as a main target. The Gunners had a couple of bids rejected for the midfielder before ending up signing Jorginho from Chelsea. Whilst Arsenal have been focusing on finalising a deal for Declan Rice, their interest in Caicedo has decreased, and this has left Chelsea leading the race to sign him from Brighton. Earlier this week, Brighton immediately, and this is the bit that stands out to me in the article, immediately rejected an £80 million bid from Chelsea for Caicedo as a Premier League outfit won £100 million. Now, for me, that shows you that they're not playing. There's a lot of Chelsea journalists who have said all summer, or kind of Chelsea-centric journalists that have sort of said, industry insiders believe 80 million is going to be enough. And they got instantly rejected. So again, whoever has been feeding that information into the journalists has been wrong. This could soon change, though. It says here, if Caicedo gets his way. The Times, along with other sources, are reporting that the player and his representatives will seek further talks with Brighton to try and persuade the club to bring the asking price down from 100 million. Now, it's unlikely that it's going to be 80 because they've already rejected it. There's no way Brighton would make themselves look stupid like that. And I don't ever remember a club rejecting a bid and then accepting the same amount like a week later. So they're probably going to have to go up to 85 or 90 if it does. They do need to add some bodies in. The Premier League starts in 2 weeks. And I think everybody needs a good start, especially Chelsea. But I want to know what you think. I want to get your opinions on this in the comments section below, people. Really important to us that we understand what you think and feel about this. Now, staying with Chelsea. This here comes from Nathan Glisson, who says that I'm told that Chelsea aren't the biggest fans of Cherki's attitude. Now, this comes with reports last night that Cherki, who is a player that's been linked with Chelsea for a number of weeks, is now off. The deal will not happen. It was another one of the attacking players that Chelsea were looking to bring in to bolster their attack. Now, that's reported to not be happening. Another deal that sort of dragged on and stalled. You've obviously got the Elise links. There's the Mohamed Kudus links. Chelsea have got to start getting some of these deals over the line. I really do believe that. I think they need to bolster the squad with a little bit more. Sterling hasn't looked much cop during pre-season. Where are the additional goals going to come from? There's a lot of pressure on Madueke, a lot of pressure on Mykhailo Mudryk. They need to share that burden with other people, in my humble opinion. That's what they need to do. But Chelsea fans, I want to ascertain your opinion, your thoughts on it, what you think about that situation. But no Cherki, and as of right now, no Caicedo, but that could change. Let us know your thoughts and feelings below. Now, Arsenal are going to go back into the market this summer and try and buy more players, but they have to sell first. So that's what people should be looking at. Arsenal have rejected an offer from Inter Milan, who submitted their opening bid for the Arsenal forward Balogun. This offer was immediately rejected. Straight out, Arsenal rejected it. It was for £30 million. Now, the article here goes on to say that Balogun has been featuring for Arsenal during pre-season, but he has been heavily linked with a move elsewhere. He will likely have to leave if he wants to play regular football, as Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah are currently ahead of him in the pecking order. Reports claim that Inter Milan offered the same figure to Arsenal as they proposed Chelsea for Romelu Lukaku. Their bid was worth around 35 million euros plus 5 million bonuses. So about 30 to 34 million pound in totality. This offer was considered too low by Arsenal, who reportedly are holding out for around 50 million pound. And Arsenal are confident, according to this report here on One Football, Arsenal are confident they're going to get a 50 million pound done deal for Balogun. Then the idea is they reinvest that money into another player. And right now, Mohamed Kudus seems to be at the top of the pile. But interestingly surrounding this, and this is just worth noting, it's worth noting. And for me, I've got a feeling Man United are going to buy two attackers. I know that we've just lost Mainu, but I think Amrabat will come in once the Freds and McTominays leave. And Mainu's going to be out for maybe 2 months. I think we can cope without him for 2 months. I think we can. I think we're going to try and sign another striker. Now, I hope we go in for Harry Kane. But there's a report that's come out today, and it's worth just noting. It's worth just noting that it says here, Man United consider a £50 million transfer bid for the Arsenal star to solve their striker problem. So it said Man United are considering a move for Arsenal forward Balogun in an effort to end their striker woes. It says here, it appears that the Red Devils' search for a new striker is set to end sooner rather than later with an agreement for Rasmus Højlund, as we've already mentioned. However, it appears that a surprise option has also emerged. And they go on to state that, according to many sources, Arsenal Academy graduate Balogun has been considered a possible target. The American international is fresh back from a sensational season in League A. Now, for me personally, I wanted to go out and sign 2 strikers. Now, signing 2 strikers that are young and that are raw, I can't personally see it. I'd rather us go and get someone like Mohamed Kudus that can cover a number of positions. That's what I'd rather us do. But I want to get your opinion on this. Is this a player that Man United should also be looking at? I don't think it's happening. I think he's going to go into Milan. He's going to go abroad somewhere. That's my personal feeling. I don't think it will happen. But should Man United consider a move for him as well? Because I rate the kid. I think there's a player in there. Give me your thoughts and give me a feeling, especially you Gooners. I'm sure you don't want to see him. I'm sure you don't want to see him at Manchester United. I'm sure you don't. But as ever, people, hit like button, subscribe, download the OneFootball app right about now. We're back later with more content for you as always. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave us your comments below. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you in a bit. Peace.